This is your WW3 News. Bondi Bay, Sydney, Australia. In the local hours, probably in the late evening, on the beach, two gunmen masked start opening fire with firearms on the crowd on the beach. In that moment, the Jewish community was celebrating one of their holidays of their faith. Obviously, there was panic and chaos. There were witnesses discovering these two were mowing people down. So far, they say it's 16 injured and 12 dead, including one of the gunmen. And one of the gunmen was disarmed by a brave, Australian local chap. Now that the whole area is sealed off while the police are there, and the emergency services obviously trying to have control of the situation, assisting the injured, and so on. And obviously, what came out from the man from the Australian Muslim community in Australia came out with a public statement condemning this attack and so on. And all Australians should be united against this violence. He's quite right on this point. Now, one of the attackers were identified. I think, I don't know, was the one is in custody or the dead one, because they found a document. They are been in Australia for many years. One seems to be originally Pakistan, judging from his name. The other one has been 10 years here from Algeria, as they say. There's a lot of fishy confirmed on the second identity of second gunman. Also, there's a police investigation on, and also there's some type of secrecy. Also, the police had advised people not to come near to the innocent. Don't come down to Bondi Beach, because it's probably called off the whole area until it's not put under control or in safety for the members of the public. This is usual police measures in these situations which they apply. Nothing new or anything tyrannic. Mind you, from Gaza, there was a spokesperson for one of these so-called terrorist groups claiming responsibility of this killings at Bondi Beach. Obviously, there are hubs of these Islamic fundamental terrorists everywhere in the world. And in Australia, in the last 40 years or so, it's expanding. Obviously, they're funded locally and trained locally on site. It's not exactly some lonely wolf, whether it's a local or came overseas to carry out these attacks. It was probably prepared in time, and it was executed today. The police are still investigating. It's in the police because they had released a press conference statement regarding. I think they are working. They raided a house of that person who was identified. And they'll probably find the usual stuff. If they're sinning, have to leave things around. Probably they do it on purpose. Say we done this, and also you incite other fundamentalists to do the same thing, basically. Really. Obviously, it's a terrorist attack on Jewish community in Australia.